Today I'm gonna talk about Jessenia. Jessenia was an amazing person. She's from Compton, and she was a gangster. She wasn't fucking around, but she was dope, understanding, lovable, and a hustler all the way. And I met her on the party line, and we hit it off like on the first second that we communicated. She was really looking forward finding a man that really appreciated her and loved her and understood everything that she desired and needed in life. And I fed every single check list. What you call it? Since the moment I met her, I thought she was amazing. She was beautiful. The only catch was she had 4 kids. She had a daughter in the army that technically was on the run. Had a son. We had a guy that always caused a lot of drama. He was a football player, so you can imagine how the house used to get packed. And they had Diva and they had Coco, and Diva and Coco were amazing. They used to always argue and fight and everything. My dad got bitten by a dog, a Chihuahua dog, at their house. Still cries about it. And we hit it off. She'll come in the afternoon about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night, and she'll leave at 1 o'clock, go handle business, and go to work at 5 o'clock in the morning. She was a hustler. She's not a complainer, nada. She had a lot of drama in her life. Not like drama, but drama. She had getting cancer. She fought it. She beat it. She had gone through a big time divorce, and her ex-husband, which she still was married to, and he was getting out of jail. They gave him like about 20 years, and he was gonna get an early release. And he was a gangster también. And the sex was awesome. It was the best, not the best, but close to the best of all my girls, you know? It was intense, it was spicy, and it was awesome, you know? Like, it had everything. It had kinkiness. It had, there was no limits, no restrictions, no, just whatever comes, and whatever goes, and she was awesome. And we used to go out and eat at Buffalo Wings, at Denny's, and all these restaurants. Right away, our sons and daughters, and they grabbed it. You know, I won them over, and they won me over too. The only thing is that they didn't have rules. I'm a rule guy. I don't know. I don't hide. I don't bullshit around. Say the way it is, and I am the way I am. You know what I mean? Some people like it. Some people don't like it. Obviously, I'm alone. I guess the problem is me, and well, we moved in together, and it was awesome. I felt like the family I never had, the family I wanted in life, a big family and everything. The only thing that our friends, our sisters, and our sons and daughters, they had too many friends. So they used to come and eat our food. Well, it lasted a week. They ate it in one day. She didn't mind, because that was the way they grew up. But I did. I work hard for my money, and I'm not about just to give it to anybody. And especially people throwing food away or not giving thanks or being grateful for the food that's in the table. To me, that's a no-no. It was awesome. We worked together for like, I'd say about a year or 2 years, somewhere on there. And once I felt that she was worth 100% out of my life, I did the mistake. I introduced her to Vanessa, and Vanessa and her, they hit it off. I know that at moments my daughter gets jealous and everything because she's used to being the only one. But I taught her that life is not like that. She has to compartir and she has to share. And where one eats, we all eat. And she has to hustle and fucking not let herself. So I always had Audrey and Nikki with her, and they used to always, not punk her, but look at me, ella se defendía mucho. I was proud. And Viva y Coco, Vanessa will punk them. And I did the mistake in taking Jessenia to drop off my daughter. Well, first I picked her up. I did the mistake to introduce her to her. Obviously, she got jealous and she got hurt, and she knew she lost me right there and then. So she started being a bitch, complicated and making my life miserable. I expected that. I really expected that. So it's like, I had told Jessenia, if you love me and everything, you're gonna understand that we got drama on the side, with our exes. And she says, trust me, I do. And I got my own drama too, she said. So we hit it off good. So we took Vanessa. We sang. We had a good time. And in the night, I did a mistake by allowing my daughter and them to play, and then Coco and Diva, because they were used to having me all the time. They had to share. And Vanessa, también, they had to learn how to live together. So I said, hey, you know what? Get them in the room. I took Nikki and Audrey and let them be girls, and let them. There's 5 girls in total. Let them be themselves. And let's see how they get along. I say they had a good time, but in the night, obviously, Coco and Diva had their bunk beds, and Nikki and Audrey, no son pendejas, so right away they find their sweet spots. And Vanessa is the humble one and the not ignorant, the one la dejada, the one that doesn't know how to be around gangsters, you know what I mean? The innocent one. And so she tells me that Nikki and Audrey put her in the middle, and she slept in the bars of the bed, and her back was hurting and all kinds of stuff. I don't believe in bitching, complaining in life. I believe that you have to learn to adapt. That's what I had to do with my family. And I thought I was raising my daughter the correct way, and allowing her to understand that no one's gonna do nothing for her if she doesn't do something for herself. To get her who she is, you know what I mean? Que respingue, que rezonga, que se defienda, and to adapt. Because that's the only thing in life that we have to do. Especially when you're a one only kid. Well, in the morning, we went and we ate breakfast. We made some pancakes. Vanessa and Audrey, Nikki, hicieron un cochinero like always. Coco and Diva, because they're not used to having cochinero, they had a little discussion. But they had a blending of attitudes and communicating. They started communicating, and I thought we hit it off. I thought we were badass. Well, I went to go take a shower, and Jessenia told them, "Hey, you guys did the cochinero. You guys clean up." You know, Nick and Audrey, they're cagapalos. You know, they're snappers. They threw everything on Vanessa because they're hip. You know, I mean, they know what's up, and they don't give a fuck. And Vanessa takes it to the heart because she still don't understand how to get along with everybody. She don't know how to be around people a lot, and because of the COVID and everything, I had lasted a while without seeing her, and so we drove back Santa Clarita to drop off my daughter. I dropped her off in a police station. And so I could avoid conflicts and drama and BS. Because they've called the cops on me, there's choppers and everything on my ass and my mom, and it's painful and it hurts me a lot. So instead of going through all that riches, I decided to do it in front of the police station because obvious drama sometimes. Se deja llevar por todas las social workers, and they're not out there to help her. They're not out there to help my daughter. They're out to fuck us and to keep them on welfare and get them all these programs that they make money off. So when I dropped off my daughter, Mavi right away had like a bitching attitude, complaining and telling me all this, that she called her and da 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 da. I didn't want to lose Jessenia because that's the best thing that's ever happened to me. I really started to love her, and I really wanted to be with her, and I really enjoyed being around my girls, you know. And that father figure that I always wanted and needed in my life. And sure enough, we went back, and she started telling me, hey, you know what, my man, well, my ex-husband's getting out and he wants to kill me and all this shit. And bottom point, I told her, hey, you know what, if we're gonna be together, you can't tell my daughter this, you can't tell her that, and you gotta let her be her. And she's like, it's not that I can't, you're gonna make her grow up and you're gonna be disappointed. You're gonna she's not gonna have rules, and she's not gonna have her shit together, you know. What kind of person would I do if my daughter? I'm strict on my daughters, and I can't tell your daughter nah. I understood, and I felt that it wasn't gonna work out, and I end up going to Jessenia, and I tell her, hey, you know what? Let's have a conversation and let's talk reality. I end up having a conversation with her, an honest, straightforward conversation. And I told her it's not gonna work. She thought it was the end of the world. She tried not killing herself, but she was very disappointed and very down and depressed and everything. And she has high blood pressure and todo, you know. So she took it to the heart, you know. She took it to the heart. She cried like for 2 days, and she's a gangster, so you know she's gotta get up and keep walking. She can't just let her get depressed, and she's a sole provider for her family. She's just a mom, you know, growing up 4 kids, and she has to bust her ass. She has to work so many hours. She does Uber after, and she says, I can't afford to get depressed, you know. Well, we ended up going to the hospital, and in the hospital they told us that she was pregnant, and that we have to more or less try to the emotions down and everything. It's too much for her. And the next day we got to the house, and I was in the bed, and when I woke up, it was full of blood. She had a miscarriage, and she had a nervous breakdown, and told me if I really, really, really loved her, just to leave her alone and to move on, because it was going to be complicated, and she's got to live for her daughters, and she got to have the strength and motivation to like keep on digging into life and fighting, achieving, and having her dreams, you know, being there for her daughters when they grow up. And she's like, I can't afford to die. I can't afford to get sick and get depressed and everything. Right now you're with me, whatever. You help me, you take care of me, you're my shoulder, you're my comfort, you're my best friend, you're everything. But tomorrow you might leave, and I'm gonna close all my doors, and I'm gonna be hurting. I'm gonna go. I just came through a big time depression and got my shit together, and I don't just allow anybody or to come into my life and all. But you want me over and everything, but I can't afford to die, you know. And now that we had our miscarriage, I've had like about 5 or 6 miscarriages. They've had 2 abortions in my life, and it really brought sadness into me. I came home with Danny, and I wasn't living there technically no more, and I was in the sofa for about a week, just crying and feeling depressed. And Vanessa will call me during the day, and I felt disappointed in her, and I felt discouraged, because every time I tried talking to her, it's not like I could talk to her. She was repeating what Mavi tells her, and Mavi was bitter, you know. And my daughter, you could feel that, like, just talking shit to me and putting me down and making me feel disappointed, like if I failed and everything. And I couldn't open up and tell her, hey, you know what, just had a miscarriage, and it really hurts me. And as it is, Vanessa was a walking miracle, and we went through a lot with her to have her. And all the memories in the back, Mara, we had like 3 miscarriages, and it brought all that negativity, and not wanting to live, and not having strength to have hope. So I decided to tell Vanessa, hey, you know, mija, I know that you don't understand what I'm going through, and I want you to understand it correctly, pero hey, if you don't want to talk to me, don't feel obligated. Talk to me whenever you want. You don't need to come over no more. You don't do nothing if you don't want. I didn't want her to see me crying. I didn't want me to see me drinking a lot, and I felt that I was drinking and started doing drugs, and yeah, still working though, and I didn't want to lose my daughter. So I said, you know what, give me a month or 2 months, 3 months, you know what I mean? Like in my mind. And let me throw all this shit out. Let me find my soul back, and let me cleanse and put all my life back in order, all my pieces, and being who I am. You know, I couldn't talk to her. You know, Bobby kept attacking me and making me feel that I was a bad father, and I've done everything for my daughter, and I love her. And I couldn't talk. I couldn't express. And I didn't want to get a ticket for fucking driving drunk, or I didn't want to, like as I picked her up at the police station, I didn't want her to feel that I was doing drugs and they're gonna send me to go get tested or whatever, and I'm gonna come out dirty. I didn't want her to hear me cry and moan and feel disappointed in life, or worse, give up and practically die. You know, I wasn't right. I wasn't right. So that's why I told her, if she doesn't understand, I'd rather her grow up, and I'll be there for her, and I always do anything for her. But I just needed a long time just to recapture my life and not feel that I was threatened, or I could get accused, or I could go to jail, or lose my daughter forever. I decided to give us a break. And I will always be grateful to Jessenia and for everything she put up with me, and the support, and how she helped me get confidence and todo. Pero I had a daughter that she was still getting manipulated by the system and by her mom, and I didn't feel that at that moment I could take in all that pressure and all that negativity, and I didn't feel that I didn't feel I could live. I felt that. As it is, it was real hard for me always to have my daughter and then go drop her off, and then when I come back, I feel lonely. I feel like I'm a piece of shit. I feel like I ain't worth living, and I feel alone. I'm always asking or wanting attention. I need love, and I need someone to be there with me, someone to motivate me and give me inspiration. But at the moment, I didn't want to lose my daughter, and I didn't want to go through the system again. And so I think I did good. I walked away without walking away. I just stopped. I lasted about 3 years, 2 years. Vanessa didn't want to call me, didn't want to text me, doesn't answer my calls. She's rude, disrespectful. She don't let me hug her. She don't let me kiss her. It's been an ongoing struggle to try to repair the damage I caused. But now, it's I guess me and my daughter drifted apart already. And Jessenia always told me, you know, you gotta do for your daughter. You gotta put her always first. You gotta be there for her, but live your life. No seas tan pendejo, you know what I mean? And don't put yourself and expect yourself to not get hurt and betrayed, and I understand her, I wish that I had the opportunity to thank her, but she hates me. Hates me. Not hates me, but just disappointed that she put everything all her eggs in one basket, and she trusted again, and she believed in love and faith and in destiny. Me and her father, when I asked her to marry me, if I could marry her daughter, he cried and he felt so proud that she found a good man. Her sisters and everybody was proud, and at least she got to experience who I really was. But I guess I had too much drama with my daughter, so I gave up love and I gave up happiness for my daughter, and my daughter don't even talk to me anymore. So I don't know if it was worth it or not, but at least I didn't lose my daughter, and I guess that's what counts. That's what's important. So that's the story of Jessenia.